I'm very pleased to tell you the nominees for outstanding performance by an actor in a leading role, and to remind you that each of them has given the screen a remarkable body of work during their careers. Those nominees are Dustin Hoffman, from the young Benjamin of The Graduate, the unforgettable Ratso Rizzo in Midnight Cowboy, and on through the centenarian Indian chief in Little Big Man, the strange and courageous prisoner in Papillon, the charismatic and controversial Lenny Bruce, and the brilliant reporter in All the President's Men, and now this year, Kramer versus Kramer. Jack Lemmon. We've watched through the years of comedy, beginning with Mr. Roberts and Some Like It Hot, and seen him become all of us in America at times in the roles he's played. Desperate, searching, frantic, lost, befuddled, and eventually caught up in the largest issues that will perhaps ever face mankind in the picture for which he is nominated this year, The China Syndrome. Al Pacino. He is virtually a specialist in roles that show the darker side of contemporary life. He has brought to every role an intensity that deepens the screen and broadens the human experience. His films have included Panic in Needle Park, Scarecrow, Serpico, Godfathers 1 and 2, Dog Day Afternoon, and the role for which he is nominated tonight, the young lawyer in And Justice for All. Roy Scheider. If there is a sort of everyman among these actors, it is he. His film roles have been earthy, accessible, vulnerable, imperfect men, but clearly and recognizably human beings all. His films have included Klute, The French Connection, Jaws, The Sorcerer, and tonight he is nominated for his role in All That Jazz. And Peter Sellers. Many of the film roles he's played became instant symbols and part of our language. Think, for instance, of Dr. Strangelove and the bumbling but invincible Inspector Clouseau. It would appear that he has added another unforgettable character to his collection this year with the performance for which he is nominated tonight, Chauncey Gardner, in Being There. And the winner is Dustin Hoffman in Kramer versus Kramer.
Thank you. He has no genitalia and he's holding a sword. I'd like to thank my parents for not practicing birth control. I'm up here with mixed feelings. I've been critical of the Academy, and for reason. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to be able to work. I'm greatly honored for being chosen by the producer Stanley Jaffe and the director Bob Benton. and to have worked in a family with them, and with Meryl, and with Justin, who, if he loses again, we'll have to give him a Lifetime Achievement Award. And to Jane Alexander, and to Jerry Greenberg, and to Nestor, and to the crew on the film, who is part of that family, and to the crew, and to the directors like Bob Fosse, and Mike Nichols, and John Schlesinger that I've worked with before. We are laughed at when we are up here, sometimes for thanking, but when you work on a film, you discover that there are people who are giving that artistic part of themselves that goes beyond a paycheck. And they are never up here, and many of them are not members of the Academy, and we never hear of them. But this Oscar is a symbol, I think, and it is given for appreciation from those people whom we never see. They are part of our life. I refuse to believe that I beat Jack Lemmon, that I beat Al Pacino, that I beat Peter Sellers. I refuse to believe that Robert Duvall lost. We are a part of an artistic family. There are 60,000 actors in this Academy, in the Screen Actors Guild, and probably 100,000 in Equity. And most actors don't work, and a few of us are so lucky to have a chance to work with writing and to work with directing. Because when you're a broke actor, you can't write, you can't paint. You have to practice accents while you're driving a taxi cab. And to that artistic family that strives for excellence, none of you have ever lost, and I am proud to share this with you, and I thank you.
I think you'll all agree that was beautifully said. For those of you who just joined us at home, this is day 164 of the Oscar telecast. America has not forgotten you, and President Carter is working on a plan for your release.